Even though it's hard, it's not impossible. Tell them there's no limit, I'm unstoppable. Stop myself and guilt.
What it is, guys, welcome back to another episode of the Urban Warrior Podcast, your number one source for physical, mental, and spiritual self-defense from a martial artist to help you survive these difficult times. I am your host, B-Rock, and y'all see what that title is. So, let's get to it. Okay, so if you're watching this video, so there's this movement going around. If you're over 50, get on YouTube, or if you're over 40, get on YouTube. And the reason that I'm making this video is I have a concern when it comes to this movement. I totally support the movement. I love the fact that people are trying to get out of the matrix, they're trying to get out of the 9-to-5 and do their own thing. But this is something that nobody's really talking about. Now, if you're looking at my channel's numbers, I only have like 500 people. I haven't like really posted in a long time. I'm going to start posting more because I believe that you should get on YouTube right now and get started and take advantage of the momentum of this movement. But the concern that I have is this. I have a background in business. I run 3 small businesses. I have a self-defense and survival business, which is what this channel is really going to be focused on in the future. I have a digital media business, and I'm trying to downsize, so I started reselling my stuff. So I have an actual online thrift store. I'm very familiar with business, been doing it since 2009. But my issue with this movement is the fact that I think that a lot of people are not really considering what they're doing long term to be able to maintain this level of potential success that they're going to end up having. Now, this is not me trying to put down the movement or saying don't do it. No, get on YouTube, start your YouTube channel. So I am absolutely supportive of that, and I am actually making this video not to be a hater, not to be negative, because I know if you don't tickle people's ears, they're going to call you a hater, right? I've dealt with this my whole life. I'm not the type of person who is going to tell you what you want to hear. I'm going to tell you what you need to know. And people remind me of the saying, the road to hell is paved in good intentions. I believe a lot of people are supporting each other, but they got to be very careful because of this reason, and here goes the reason. So what you're seeing right now, and I don't have a crystal ball, and I don't really know how this is going to play out 6 months, 1 year, 2 years down the line when it comes to the this DoDash movement, but movements like this have a very strong ability to be a flash in the pan. Meaning everybody is rushing in because she's posting her YouTube payments, what she's getting paid. So people are like really kind of being nosy and they want to know. And the movement is giving people hope that they can do it too. And I believe that you can do it. But you got to make sure that you also elevate that concept to be able to make sure that you can still make money 6 months down the line, 1 year down the line, 5 years, 10 years, so you can make a full-time income, a full-time living off of doing this. Think about it like this. If I was to get monetized and I'm like, oh my gosh, I finally got monetized after being on YouTube for 10 years. People who would check it out would want to know what's going on because I've been on YouTube for so long and I finally made it, and they're going to be curious, how much money did you make? That's going to happen. Or, oh my gosh, this is my second month's income. This is how much I made on YouTube on my second month. People are going to want to know. But I can't keep doing that because imagine if I do that at month 5, is it going to hold the same weight as it did month 1? Can I still get away with that at month 6? Can I still get away with it 1 year down the line on the 12th month? Like every month I'm like, yo, this is my earnings for the month. For the first 2 or 3 months, you're going to see it. Like the first month, you're definitely going to see it. Second month, you're going to see it. Third month, you're going to see it, but people are going to start side-eyeing. And if you try it for the 4th month, there's a fair chance that people are going to be like, okay, we heard it before, right? So this is what I believe that the problem is. One of the things I like to do is when I see these videos, I'll go and I'll look at people's old videos, and I'm looking to see how long have people been making these videos, or how long have they been making videos at all. And then I'm looking at the views on the videos. There's a statistic that shows that most people who win the lottery end up in a worse financial position than they were initially. I'm concerned that a lot of people who are really grasping onto this movement and not thinking it all the way through and not planning properly are going to fall into that category, to where it's like you're going to jump on the movement, you're going to get your subscribers up, and then the content that you're making isn't going to translate over time. And I'm not talking about like years, I'm talking about month to month to month. Because when I'm looking at the numbers, you may see somebody who they're starting to blow up now and get a couple of thousand views, but before they only had a couple of hundred. And I know that those are questionable numbers because people are jumping on the hype train and it's a movement. It's a trend. Remember, like drizzle, drizzle, and sprinkle, sprinkle. People don't even really talk about that anymore, right? It blew up, it was this thing, and now it fizzled out. So I say that to say, I'm not going to make this video too much longer, that one of the things that I would recommend to help you overcome that or give you a fighting chance to not fall into that trap to where you get this money and then you end up having nothing after that is while your channel is blowing up now, think about the type of content that you want to make in the future that's going to actually be able to have a niche audience. Because right now times are hard, people are struggling, so a movement like this is giving people hope. All it is a quick cash grab, and I honestly do not believe, and I could be wrong, and I personally hope that I'm wrong, that over time, 6 months, 1 year, I don't think it'll hold the same momentum. I don't think it'll carry the same weight, because the value isn't going to be there, and it's going to be the same old repetitive story over and over and over and over and over again. And sooner or later, people are going to actually turn and be like, yo, you're making the same content all the time. You're just doing it for the cash. You're just doing it as a cash grab. People have an issue with foresight. People cannot see very far down the line when it comes to stuff like this. People typically don't have business backgrounds or foresight. So I think a lot of people are missing that, and I think that it is a big problem, potentially. Again, I hope I'm wrong. I honestly do. I hope that everybody who does it can make full-time incomes today, tomorrow, 6 months, 1 year, 5 years, 10 years for the rest of their life. With my business experience, I don't think it's going to happen. I think people are going to get bored. It's going to get repetitive. It's going to fizzle out. So make sure that you take the time to be able to take advantage of this momentum, develop a business with it, figure out what your niche audience is going to be, what type of content you're going to want to make for the audience so that they don't get bored, it doesn't get stale, it doesn't seem like a cash pull, and figure out ways to monetize outside of YouTube when it comes down to that. And I think that you would end up being able to go a lot further as new YouTubers. So that's just my personal advice from somebody who's been in the realm of business since like 2009. And I do it not to be a hater, because I know most people, if you don't tell them what they want to hear, they're going to call you a hater. I do it because I honestly do want you, as well as I want myself, to be successful being online, be able to make full-time incomes, and not have to work 9 to 5 jobs. So I'm not going to make this video any longer. If you need any help developing a business strategy or coming up with what type of business you should have, I do help with that. That is what my digital media business is for. If you need like websites, graphics, banners, logos, ebooks formatted or designed or laid out for you, I do all of that type of stuff. So feel free to message me in the comment section below, and I'll also put the link to my websites in the description section below. And feel free to like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. I am going to be doing more business content on this channel from the perspective of a martial artist, because it actually is super relevant and you're going to love to see this. So until next time, this is the main man, B-Rock, signing out, wishing you all luck and success. Peace.
Even though it's hard, it's not impossible. Tell them there's no limit, I'm unstoppable. Stop myself and guilt, then it's possible.